Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Wednesday evening, so let's begin this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast. First up, we have some new information into our newsroom on the COVID-19 in New Hampshire. What you need to know. Let's take a look at the new information and data. And here is what you need to know. There are 415 number of people in New Hampshire who have tested positive for COVID-19. 9,911,308 number of people worldwide who have tested positive. 4 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 59 number of people hospitalized with COVID-19 in New Hampshire. And 4,542 number of deaths in the United States from COVID-19. New cases each day in New Hampshire, as you can see in the purple, daily new positive COVID-19 cases. In the orange, new hospitalizations. In the red are deaths. 4 deaths have been reported in New Hampshire now. Common symptoms: fever, cough, and difficult breathing. How it spreads. And prevention tips. And if you want to see that new information on the new data, you can see it after this broadcast. We will have a link for you on the Riley King Network Facebook page after this broadcast. 1 new death in New Hampshire attributed to COVID-19. Other deaths could be linked, officials say. More deaths, hospitalization investigated as possible cases of COVID-19. Another death in New Hampshire has been linked to COVID-19, and health officials said more deaths are being investigated as possible cases. Dr. Benjamin Chan, the state epidemiologist, said Wednesday that 4 people are confirmed to have died in New Hampshire of complications related to COVID-19. He said there are other recent deaths that might also be linked to the coronavirus. Chan said other people in New Hampshire hospitals might also have COVID-19. There have been 59 confirmed cases that have required hospitalization, he said. A total of 415 COVID-19 cases have been confirmed in the state, with about 6,400 people tested for the virus. Chan said he believes that COVID-19 is widespread in New Hampshire and present in most communities throughout the state. He said many people with mild symptoms might not have been tested but could still spread the illness to others. Chan said the peak of infection in New Hampshire is still likely weeks away. Even as infections decline, there could be weeks or months of precaution necessary to help ensure that the virus does not spread quickly. Chan said Granite staters should continue to practice social distancing and remain at least 6 feet away from others when performing necessary tasks outside the home, such as grocery shopping or buying gas. He said frequent hand washing and disinfecting of surfaces can help prevent the spread of the virus. Sununu warns domestic violence child abuse may be unreported during stay-at-home order. More funding provided for support services for victims. With reports of domestic violence and child abuse down during New Hampshire's stay-at-home order, Governor Chris Sununu announced new funding Wednesday to support victims, saying the incidents are still occurring. The governor said some people might be particularly vulnerable while they stay home as much as possible to slow the spread of COVID-19. Sununu said $600,000 fund would be created to ensure that sexual assault and domestic violence crisis centers have the resources they need to help victims. Funds can also be used for hotel rooms because shelters are at or near capacity. More than $2 million will go to the Division of Child, Youth and Families, Sununu said. The money will help pay for counselors and staffing phone lines, along with implementing technology such as video calls for site visits. Sununu said anyone who has concerns about an adult who might be in danger or who is experiencing violence can call the statewide hotline at 800-277-5570 to be connected with a local resource. The DCYF hotline to report child abuse can be reached at 800-894-5533. Sununu said it's staffed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Reports can also be made online at nowantedtel.org. Milford Candle Company switches production to face shields for medical workers. Let's take a listen to that video from WR News 9.
We need a new generation of farmers, and these farmers need to be farmers who are taking care of the environment. And we're here to change the way meat is produced and consumed in this country, and we want you to join.
Fiance works in the medical field, and so does most of her family, so this was kind of my way of being able to give back a little bit.
Giving back is a company philosophy here at Aileen Candles. They shut down production because of the pandemic the third week of March.
We wanted to use our resources for something as part of the greater good. Pretty quickly narrowed in on assembly of face shields as something we could turn on in under a week and be producing it out of our New Hampshire facility.
This is day one of full production. A plastics company in Maine donated the plastic, so the first run of this critical safety equipment is earmarked for Biddeford, Maine EMS.
We'll also make them available to the community EMS workers in Milford and the surrounding communities, as well as a hospital system in Nashua and a visiting nurse association in Concord.
How does a company pivot from wax to PPE? The internet, of course.
We downloaded a design from Johns Hopkins University. It was an open source face shield design.
Aileen Candles employs about 200 people. 20 are back on the line right now.
The face shields are a great way to give back to the hospitals and stuff that are at a loss right now, so it's definitely nice to be doing this for a good cause.
And one more thing, the workers you see here are here voluntarily. This company is paying all of its furloughed workers full wages. In Milford, Amy Cavino, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Concord firefighters cleared to return to work after patient tests negative for COVID-19. Firefighters to resume duty, officials say. Let's take a listen to that video from WR News 9.
The Concord firefighters put under quarantine because of possible COVID-19 exposure are now clear to go back to work. Those crew members responded to an address where someone developed coronavirus symptoms, but this morning that patient tested negative, so the firefighters will resume their duties.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Good news there. Coronavirus in Massachusetts, Wednesday, April 1st, update. Let's take a look at that update. New cases, 1,118. Total tested, 51,738. Total cases, 7,738. New deaths, 33, and total deaths, 122. CDC reports 344 coronavirus cases in Maine. 2 more deaths announced. And now let's take a look at your U.S. stock market and see how your U.S. stock market closed for this Wednesday evening for April 1st. And here's a look at that U.S. stock market for all of you for this Wednesday evening. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the red or went down. Your Nasdaq closed in the red or went down. S&P 500 closed in the red or went down. Gold closed in the green went up. Oil closed in the green went up. U.S. 10-year closed flat. Euro/USD closed in the green and went up. And VIX closed in the green and went up. Dow falls 900 points as Wall Street fears coronavirus will shut down economy longer than expected. Stocks sank on Wednesday as Wall Street kicked off the second quarter on a sour note aimed concerns the coronavirus will keep the economy shut down longer than expected. Coronavirus live updates. More than 200,000 cases in the U.S. Coronavirus has claimed the lives of more than 4,500 in the U.S. A pandemic of the novel coronavirus has claimed the lives of more than 46,000 people around the world, including at least 4,542 people in the United States. Globally, more than 921,000 people have been diagnosed with the new respiratory virus, which causes an illness known officially as COVID-19. Over 192,000 of those patients have recovered, according to data compiled by the Center for Systems Science and Engineering at Johns Hopkins University. The U.S. has by far the highest national tally in the world, with over 206,000 confirmed cases. Today's biggest developments. Global coronavirus cases top 900,000. United Kingdom death toll jumps by over 524 hours. U.S. Surgeon General says extended social distancing guidelines may not be enough. Wimbledon tennis canceled due to the pandemic. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening. Thank you for watching this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast. I'll see you back here tomorrow for another broadcast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Good night and bye, everyone.